In this box is what I believe to be the world's smallest proper RC drift car. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by a proper mini drift car, but this is from BM Hobby. BM Hobby says FR Legends, first learn drift. I can't see it because there's bubble wrap on it, but what it should be in there is a nice classic looking A86 from Toyota, and it's a slightly tuned looking one, by that meaning a little bit shorter and wider generally, not to scale. There's some details there. It's got a proper servo, it's got a 28,000 RPM motor, guess it's brushed, electronics, and well, yeah, a dedicated drift chassis. There's some more details there. There's the body, looks like the bumper. Does the rear bumper come off as well? Got a moving head, moving lights by the looks of it, and then you got a touring mode and a drifting mode. Nice. Now I've featured a fair few of the little mini four-wheel drive cheaper drift cars. More recently the die-cast Porsche and Nissan, which were really good, like really good, but they're only like, I think they were less than $40. This is 100 and something, and actually I can see from the box it's a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, which means this track that I've got out is probably not going to be ideal, which is fine because we'll just build a bigger track in the workshop. Why did I think it? I thought it was a lot smaller than that. There's your driver. His head wobbles. Don't know if that's a spare bit of chassis or whether you need to fit that. There's also some rubber tyres in there. Looks like some, I don't know whether they're to be to do the axles, but we'll have a look. But there's some metal-like rods in there. We got either a spare motor or maybe a slightly different one. Guess that's for your wheel nut, screwdriver, whatever they are, and an Allen key. Two Allen keys, a set of instructions. Looks like a list of parts. There's no part numbers there. It just tells you what all the bits are. Oh, hang on, what are they? Right, that says racing steering knuckle, and then you got a drifting steering knuckles. So I wonder if you have to switch them rather than it made it out on the box. Oh, it says switch, touring and drift, but I thought that meant a switch on the controller, but you might have to change the steering knuckles. I guess we better try both then. I paid extra for a battery. I don't know what size battery tray is, but there's a link in the description where I got it from, and you can have the option with battery. Comes with a Dumbo RC transmitter. These are quite common with a lot of stuff now. You have your dual rates and trims and dip switches, and this probably has got a gyro. You've got a channel 5 there, which is usually your gyro, and we've got a channel 3 and 4 at the top there. And then this is the little car. It looks so cool, but it is definitely a lot bigger than I thought. It's definitely giving me some Mini Z or Mini Z vibes. Oh, hang on a minute. It's got a battery in it as well. Why did I pay extra for a battery? Well, I'd say it's definitely got the drift steering knuckles in it. Look at that angle on that. Wow, that is so cool. They've got some suspension as well. A little bit of tape in there holding the lights down. Nice little feature to have. I don't know, doesn't look like there's any way to put a servo in there to remotely do them, but I guess they stay up if you move them up. It looks so cool. It's got some really nice detail on it. I love that it's got authentic like mini light or super light wheels or whatever you call them. I think they're called something else, like the Japanese variant. Wheels don't quite line up at the back, but I think that's because they've got quite a bit of toe in. I guess that's to do with how it performs, but this is a really nice looking car. And as you can see, it is a little squished, it is a little tuned, but it does look really cool. I put the interior in there, it just slots in underneath. It's got like a few little holes that it just slots onto. Look at this cool feature as well, look. The bumper's just got a magnet. I guess the rear's the same. Is the rear the same? Yep. And the rear as well. Maybe if you have a bit of a wall tap, it'll knock that bumper off. That is so cool. I just realised it comes with this battery, but it didn't have a charger or anything for it. Luckily, I think this one I bought comes with an adapter so you can charge it off of like one of your standard USB chargers. Ah, I just realised. That's the battery. That's the battery charger. I bought the one with a battery and a charger. So USB-C. This is just a little 3D printed case by the looks of it. Well, I don't need that adapter. I should be able to just plug it in with a USB-C charger. Let's see what it does. Wow. It's charging at some rate. That's quite a high rate it's charging at. That's only 350 milliamp hours as well, so I can't imagine that is going to take very long. Most chargers that I plug in here are like 1 or 2 watts. Right, while the battery's charging, let's have a look at this. So it's got this, like it says, modular chassis design. Everything looks like it just comes apart really easy. You can adjust the wheelbase. I don't know what this spare bit is here. Does it say? So touring mode shows you there you have to change the steering knuckles over. Nope, I don't think it tells me. It's certainly different to that one. Anyway, that looks like our steering servo there. Just, oh yeah, there you go. There's your little steering arm under there. Like I've shown you, it's got a proper drift angle on it. Look, that is crazy. This is your ESC. Battery goes in there. You've got the motor cable there. You've got a plug there that says lights on it. And I'm not sure what that one is. I think, I'm looking through my phone, I think it says switch. I think that's what it says. There's your motor there, it says 28,000 RPM. You've got a really big spur gear just down there. You've got your drift wheels on it. Really, really nice. They're staggered as well, look. So the rear have got a nice deep dish and the front are a bit more shallow. The front are also thinner. That looks so cool. And I've not mentioned yet, but most of you probably realise what I mean by a proper drift car. What I mean by that is, it's rear wheel drive. So for all those that have watched some of my other videos that have had a 4-wheel drive and I've said drifting and you've gone, it's not drifting, it's not rear wheel drive. Well, there you go. We've got one. So because I thought this was probably half that size, I'd got my little turbo racing drift track out. But I reckon this is going to be a little bit small. We'll give it a try on here. We'll just get it set up, make sure that it drives, and then, well, build a better track on the workshop floor. As I expected, that battery charged super quick. I mean, that's good that it was a really quick charge, but a battery that size, you probably need to be a little bit careful chucking too much in it. Right, let's give this thing a go. Right, so it's definitely got a gyro. I've got a feeling we might need to turn that down. It seems very sensitive. It's all very well turning the steering by hand, but look, this is how it actually works. That is awesome steering. Seems pretty quick as well. I really hope this drives well. Oh yeah, this surface is way too slippery for it. We're going to need to use carpet, but still, once you get going, let's see if it's going to go on carpet. Oh, there you go. Now we're talking. Right, I need to set a track up, don't I? So I spent a little bit of time yesterday getting this thing dialed in. I've also adjusted the wheel slightly. It's really easy to adjust. You just undo those 2 screws there and you can slide the wheelbase. I've lined them up because they were actually rubbing. They were too far forward and they were rubbing a little bit on the body and it was causing it to, well, not drift as good as it could. Anyway, I made a little obstacle course. The workshop's too messy to make an actual drift track, but I'm working on that. I've got plans for next year for an epic permanent track. But anyway, this thing absolutely rips on the drift. Look at it. It is, I'm going to say it right away, not even by the end of the video. This is the best mini drift car I've ever driven. It is just absolutely dialed. The gyro does need a little bit of tweaking and it does have that gyro wobble a little bit. But man, this thing, I've never driven anything so small that handles like this as it's meant to handle. It's mad, absolutely mad. We go wide, all the way around, wide, 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 and then we'll tuck it in and go, look at that. Just look at that. Incredible, whoa. That was so much fun. So much fun. Anyway, I've switched the tyres. I've switched the steering knuckles at the front, so we're now in touring mode. Tells you to turn the steering dual rate down for this to 25 to 50. I reckon we probably need to turn the gyro right down as well, or off. I don't think that this mode is going to excite me as much as the drift mode did, because this is a drifter, isn't it? Although, we are going to give it a go. Let's see what it does. Oh, actually, that handles really well. I can tell straight away that the steering on this and the handling, you can still slide it around a bit. Let's put a little bit of gyro on. Well, there you go. This thing, it handles and steers really well with them rubber tyres. Obviously, I've not got a proper track or anything set up, but well, there you go. I didn't think this was going to do all that well set up like this, but man, see what it's like on a bit of concrete. Oh, we're going to need a bit of gyro on here, I reckon. Can we get a slide? No. Oh, a little one. Well, there you go. What a little beast. What a little beast. Absolutely mad at drifting. And I reckon if you got a little mini Z track, you might find that this is actually quite competitive. Be worth a try anyway. If you compare this to the cost of your average Mini Z, it's actually a decent deal. What is it? I think it was just over £100, so like $120. You can drift it. It's got lots of adjustments on there. It looks good. It drives amazing. Super impressed, and I've had my eye on these for a while, so I'm glad I finally got one.